channel. Go live. Yes. That is not what I asked you to do. Why aren't you doing what I want you to do? I've got updates. Well, that kind of sucks. So we may not, even though we might be live right now. Yeah. Okay. How come it says I'm streaming 31 frames per second? Go over here. And go here. Not made for kids. Save. Okay, it says we're live. You see me and hear me. Cool, Chris. Yeah, some things have changed, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on here with my system, but that's okay. We can handle it. Hopefully you're not getting as much background noise as we did before, because I did find some filters. Unfortunately, my new mics I'm having trouble getting them to connect. So I've got to see what's going on with that and see if I can't get that working sometime this week. This past week has been a long week. We had ministry conference out here, so yeah, it has been a little bit of fun. Things look a little different. So cool, we'll give it a couple minutes. I'm still just a hair early. Let's see. Chris, if you would post a link to the live stream in Discord, please. Let's see here. Thanks, Chris. And I understand you got to go to work. That's cool. No problem, bro. You have yourself a good day at work and stay safe. Cheers. Willow Rocks, welcome. We're just waiting for some people to show up. Xstream had an update which kind of changed the way things lay out, so we'll work with what we got. My day's been going good. This past week has been a busy one, so I wasn't able to really look around and see what kind of rocks that the goats and the horses churned up while I was out wandering. I had a ministers' conference this week, so the whole week has been a busy one. But I still make time for you guys on Saturday. But I've got a whole box of rocks here. I'll be back in just 1 minute. I've got to go get some water or else we're not going to be able to look at these rocks too good. So I'll be right back. Helps when we got a little bit of water. It's primarily just a box of rocks. I purchased bunches upon bunches upon bunches of rocks, and I am sorting for this winter's work. So we'll see what's in there and sort them out. I've got one box sitting behind me right there that's for tiger eye. I have a bunch of tiger eye. I probably bought about, I don't know what it would be in pounds, but I know I spent over $100 for tiger eye this year. I've got blue tiger eye, red, and the standard gold. So we'll see what's in this box. I have several more boxes that I can use for shows also to get this stuff sorted out. Tiger eye will have to be cut down, of course, to get it to the sizes I can work for cabbing and doing other things. Hello, Melissa. No, you understand time perfectly, Melissa. There was some changes to the Extreme program that I use, and the Extreme changes that they made before I could set up a stream ahead of time. This time I tried to set up the stream like I normally do, and it came on. So I said, okay, well, that's fine. We'll just keep it on. But yeah, we'll wait till 12 before I actually start getting into it. Actually, it's like even YouTube's done some kind of changes too, because things aren't looking the same as they did last weekend. But that's okay, we can handle it. We work around it. Well, you know, a lot of people give YouTube a hard time. I'm just glad I don't have to pay for the storage of my videos and that. because as much room as they take up, I know I've got 2 portable hard drives that are full of backups of videos that I've done. I'm glad I don't have to run my own server for all the space. Because if I did, you figure I'd probably need at least a server of probably 50 terabytes for what I've got right now. And then you figure I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Willow. Yeah, they can be a little on the bouncy side on when it comes to comments and everything else. I even noticed this week that I lost 3 subscribers, but from what I can tell, they didn't unsubscribe. I think every once in a while their bot just kind of goes through your list, and if anything looks different or weird, they just yank it out of there. They don't even let you know about it. The only time they let you know anything is if you get a strike. And luckily, I don't have anything to do. I don't do anything on the channel for guns or weapons, so yeah, I don't have to worry about that. I mean, I've actually seen some people where they've shut their channel down because of knives that are not legal in like California and stuff. I just try to stay in their guidelines, but I'm also looking at switching over and putting content up on, what is it, Rumble? So I've got a channel set up on Rumble. I've got to do a whole bunch of work to it and everything when I get time. So I'm assuming this winter I will re-upload a bunch of my videos there. Rumble is another video platform. A little bit newer, more lenient. Jared has a channel on there, although he hasn't loaded anything up yet. And I know, talking to some of our other friends, they're talking about putting one up there also. Hi Ryan, welcome. But Rumble is a lot more lenient. They do not have as strict guidelines. So I don't know, maybe I'll do some more stuff, possibly even put up some of the hunting videos and things like that on there too. Your internet sucks. Where are you at, Ryan? You're not in part of that hurricane ravaged areas, are you? I hope not. If you are, I'm glad to see that you're fine. Hello, Jeff, or Vicky, whichever one of you is on the channel. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I feel sorry for those people. I've been through several hurricanes, including one out on the ocean in the Navy. Yeah. I don't want to deal with them ever again. At all. One of the reasons that I live in far west Texas. believe you me, for 2 days on board ship, you could not even lay down. You had to stand up and hold on to something because we had like 70-foot seas, and we were escorting a tamping back because they had a fouled prop. So out of their 2 props, they only had one that was spinning. So we had to escort them back to Norfolk, and we hit a storm a ways out. We took some damage. If you're familiar with Navy boats, you always got small boats that are on davits on the sides. And the captain's gig got completely ripped off. And did a bunch of other damage. You never enjoyed ship duty. I didn't enjoy most of the places that I got sent while I was in the Navy. Put it that way. There were a lot of places that the Navy allowed me to visit that some of them I wouldn't even mind going back to. But I was in during the Iranian hostage crisis. Oh man, Pensacola is fun. That place is so cool. Once upon a time, I was stationed there at Naval Aerospace Medical Institute. So, the NAMI. Air traffic control, so you were over there playing with the Blue Angels when they were out practicing and stuff, along with the rest of the aircraft and the poopies. Yeah. Anyhow, guys, welcome. And let's go ahead and get into the box. So anyhow, now, granted, you'll probably notice right on top, because I grabbed it, I wanted to see what was in it, because I didn't remember. We got one from World of Rockhounds here, from Kyle. And I actually saw it buried at my place, so let's see. Box for packing material, so we can keep that. Okay. It is a bunch of the amethyst. Those are some pretty little rocks. Always enjoy those. I don't know if I'll do anything with them. Okay. Glad I'm not there. 6.2 earthquake. Let's see what else I got in here. I have a lot of friends that like amethyst, so I'll get these little points, clean them up a little bit. And get them set up to wherever they're going. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's a pretty one. That's a pretty cab. That needs to go into my cab box, which is hiding around here somewhere. Of course, note that one will not go into a giveaway. There we go. All of these right here will be, some of them will be going into giveaway. If you guys think about it, if you go on Discord we have a mineral Secret Santa program this year. So sign up on there, and that's another nice one. If I can show it to you without the light messing with me here. There we go. That's centered. Beautiful when you got your camera set up backwards to normal. Back up a little. There we go. But the Secret Santa program, some of these cabs I will add into that. Of course, people who know me know that I am really into fire agate. So there'll definitely be some fire agate in there. That'll be rough, of course. Okay, come on. Center. There we go. Another pretty one. Biggest thing I've been trying to do right now is try to get some of this stuff consolidated. Oh, there we go. And a nice pretty little malachite single eye. Alright. So that box is sorted. That box goes down here in extra shipping boxes, and that goes there. All right. And looks like we got ourselves a little pocket here with some damage, but got some pretty crystals on there if I can ever get this thing to line up. Down a little. There we go. Love these little amethyst guys. That one's going to go over here on the desk for right now, because I will clean that up and polish it at a later date. Alright. Golden Tiger Eye. This is some pretty stuff, so this will be going into the, okay, I'm gonna win this, guys. Okay, and it froze. What's going on here? Come on. There we go. The muddy side. Alright, that goes in the Tiger Eye box for cutting. And then we have a smaller specimen. Yeah, not really. How you guys like that one for a Tiger Eye? Ain't that gorgeous? Yes, Santa is still making his list. Got a little bit of junk on that edge, but that'll slice up into some beautiful stuff. I mean, there's even right up to the almost to the very top edge. That is a beautiful chunk of Tiger Eye. Let's see. Next out of the box. And as soon as the temps get down where my camera isn't going to overheat, because I have to do my cutting outside, we will start slicing some of this up. Now this one, let's see if we can get rid of that glare in there and I can get it centered. That is red Tiger Eye. I've got to get some better lighting in here. There you can see the flash of it. That'll be another nice one for cutting. Unfortunately, it has a big band of nothing on there. And then on this side, we got a little band at the top, and then the band in the middle. That's a great big old huge chunk of mud on top. Oh yeah, there's red. A lot of times red though, if you buy it, has so much mud on it that you have to cut the mud away and get rid of that layer. Let's see, where is it again? There we are. If you notice, you see that area it's dried out there already? This layer right here, you have to cut 90% of that away. If you try to cut this stuff down and tumble it, that will just, turns to pure mud. You'll go to rinse your rocks the first time, and it'll take you an hour to clean up your barrel because that stuff sticks to everything. So I usually slice it away after I've cut my slabs out. But yeah, that's some nasty stuff. You don't have that so much with the blue or the gold. Let's see what we got here. We got pretty agate. Ooh, that's actually got a little bit of purple in it. Hope that shows on camera. Look at those water lines. That's some pretty stuff. A little bit of gold down there at the bottom. I'll probably slice this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's a nice big chunk. That side's kind of blah. But you can see it goes in there. There's just some surface iron in that needs to come off. Cool, glad that you can see the purple. And for some reason my screensaver keeps cutting us out. Come on, stay in there. And that one goes in that box. Alright. And we've got some blue tiger eye. A pretty good sized chunk. That's probably 2.5 inches, about 3/4 of an inch thick. A little bit of ironstone there on the bottom. Okay, that goes into the tiger eye box. And what do we got next? More tiger eye. I know I'd thrown a lot of tiger eye in one box, but I wasn't sure what box it was. I think I just found it. Alright, now this, interesting. Little gold on the end there, but the rest of it looks pretty red. Now whether that's just iron staining or not, I don't know. But I know sometimes the colors do run together. But it doesn't have that iron mudstone. I'm not sure how many varieties there are. I'm familiar with the red, the blue, and the gold. And The blue has many different shades of blue, from black or almost black. Golden can go to almost a white color. The red is just kind of red and nasty because of the clay. Boy, that one needs cleaning. Let's see if we can't get some of that off of there. There's another piece of gold. Can't see it real good. It's got a lot of trash on it. But there we go. Can see a little bit of it trying to peek through there. But that's another decent piece. That's quite a few slices out of that. Let's see. And I got a little box. Oh yeah, I was wondering what happened to that. I've been looking for that piece for a while. That's what happens when you've got 20 or 30 boxes of rocks. How do you like that for a nice piece of very pretty. Very, very thin slice. I'll probably just make that into a little display piece, polish that up. But I love moss agate. I think that stuff looks very pretty. So, yeah, I was wondering where that one went. I'm going to put it back in here to its protection. That'll be another winter project. Get that polished up. Let's see. One of those. Let's see. I got down to the bottom so I can see the receipt. Let's see, what are they calling that? Whiskey Topaz. Cool. I actually wanted to see if any of this was clear enough and send some down to Karen, and that is some pretty stuff. What do you think, guys? Think Karen might be able to find some pieces of that would fast it up? Yeah, I see a lot of fractures in it. But yeah, I got like 2 pounds of that. I'll have to send her some of that in the next box I send her. See if she can do anything with it. There's some actually halfway decent pieces in there. Size-wise, anyhow. That one's pretty clear, but small. Hey, Opal guy. Thanks for joining us. And some of it's even got some like gold flaking in it. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can get it to flash. It's weird I can get it in person, but trying to get it on camera. And a little bit you can see in there. And that's just one bag of it. I mean, I've got a whole nother bag, so I'll try to pick her up some nice pieces and send those to her. See if she can find anything in there that's fastenable. And then as always, that one company always throws you in some freebies, so see what we got here. Okay, come on, out. Ew. I don't know what some of these are. Let's see here. I was thinking the one was sodalite, but that does not light up like sodalite, so I'd say it's probably a piece of lapis because it doesn't fluoresce. And light green, shiny and crystally. There's a little bit of what looks like mica in there. Or that may be pyrite, not sure. No, I think that's mica. I'm not sure what that is. Anybody got a guess? Put it down there. I always like some freebies though. And don't know what that is. It's got a little green to it. Probably something that fell on the floor when they were opening up a big container or a crate. Nice little piece of jasper. Might be able to turn that into a cab. It is a little thin, but feels like jasper. Don't know. Don't you love mystery rocks? And if you're gonna throw me some free samples in there, please tell me what they are. Yeah, I don't know what that one is either. Yeah. No idea. Alright, we made it to the bottom of the box. And the other box that I've got sitting in here, don't know what's in it. I know one of them is my obsidian box. That was the obsidian grab, basically grab bag, grab mystery box. Yeah, mystery box. That's the thing. From Kyle. has a little bit of gold sheen in it and a little bit of mahogany. Of course, you and I both know, Kyle, there is no rainbow obsidian in that box. I'd have to give him a hard time if there was, because you and I both know how expensive that stuff is. So, yeah. Okay, some of these are just crumbs. So, yeah. I'm not going to worry about the crumbs. Crumbs can go away. Those are not really big enough to do much with. So, we'll let them dry out over here on the bench. Let's see. What do we got in this box? Not a lot, actually. But got 2 bags of emerald chips. Of course, all these are like super tiny. Probably use them for like some kind of accent stone or something. They're not even big enough to make a pair of earrings out of. Maybe I'll get some of them fancy little glass jars that some of y'all have and put them in there. Another bag of some tumbled amethyst. Some nice looking pieces in there. Let's see, that needs to go into this box as being sorted. Whole another bag of them. A agate of some sort, because you can see the banding. Part of me almost wants to say that's kind of like, I don't know, is interesting with the banding on the outside here, but then underneath that crust you're going to have banding underneath. That'll be an interesting piece to slice up. It definitely has some banding to it. And all over the place. I have to see what we get out of that one when I cut it up. Don't need fancy jars. We'll put that in the tiger eye box for cutting. Piece of nice snowflake obsidian. Got a lot of flakes in it. I've seen some that just barely had spots in it. That is definitely you are right there, Leslie Rockin'. We're still getting into the mid to upper 80s during the daytime. If I had good enough lights to film at nighttime, it would be like wow. Because we're getting down to the 60s at night. Another chunk of obsidian. It just looks like a regular piece. Don't see any banding in it. That one's definitely mahogany. So yeah, I'll be cutting those down also. Hey, there you go. Opal guide doublet backing. Wow, that's almost got a purple sheen to it. I doubt if you can see that on camera, and it may just be a reflection off of the lights that we have, that I have here in the office, but there's a little band line in there I can see on camera that I don't see in person. Looks like it's right in here. And it travels down the backside too. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what those are like when I cut them. Those will definitely be going into the box with the Tongarei, because that's my cut box. Alright, what are you, little rock? It's agatized. It may just be a piece of, just a piece of agate that has some carnelian to it. Oh, that might be fire agate. Can you guys see that flash on that one edge there when I rotate it? I think that's a fire agate. Let's see. Look around the edges, see if I can see any I don't see any saginite. Yeah, I do. There's a little bit of saginite there. So yeah, I think that's a fire agate. Got that little flash in there. So, yep, that's a hand carved job. We'll keep that one separate. And then we got another bag of freebies. So, piece of quartz. First I thought that might have been calcite, but I can't scratch it with my fingernail. That is calcite. I can scratch it up a little bit. It's got a little line right here of, looks like tourmaline. And then we've got a small chunk of aquamarine here. Or not aquamarine, what is it? Venturine. That's it. So not bad for freebies. A little bit of tumbling material. A little bit of, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do with it. Anyhow, that's our boxes for today. So yeah, we'll figure out what to do on some of this stuff. And let's see, I've got two more I need to add into here. Which one was that Mexican copper piece that I got from Kyle? Those are cool. Love native copper. And then I want to say it was like a Malawi. Unfortunately, I only got one of those. I should have gotten two. I could have, nothing else, made a pair of dangler earrings out of them. But that's okay. Let's see what's happening in the chat that I've missed. Probably a lot. Yeah, if I get that snowflake obsidian cut in time, I might mix that with some of these cabs and do that for the oh shoot, I'm trying to think of what we call it. Let's see, I can bounce screens without messing up the chat or anything else. It is the Mineral Rockmas over on our Discord. So you guys get in there, sign up for the, basically it's our Secret Santa program. And yeah, who knows what we'll get set up in there. Yeah, you get water on everything. Oh shoot. We did have a couple of, the last two baby goats for the year were born this past week. And if you haven't, go up on Discord. They're in the Fur Babies channel. Last week I said to put something in the tumbler so you could tumble in the barn in the winter. Yes, RV antifreeze. They sell it at Walmart. It's a pinkish liquid. It's for the water system on RVs to keep it from freezing. And you can sit there and use that. I buy like 4 gallons of it. And I'll have 1 gallon for rough. 1 gallon for the 120, a gallon for the, what grit is it, 320? And then a gallon for the polish. And if you pour it back in there, when you go to rinse your rocks, you know, pour it off into a container and then pour it back into that gallon. Any sediment or anything that's left in there settles out at the bottom. So you can always get the liquid off the top. And it keeps all your solids at bay. But yeah, the RV antifreeze is Walmart. I want to say it's wow, I'm not even sure what the price of it is anymore. It's been so long since I've looked at it. I do need to get that. I probably won't pick mine up until the end of the month. But let me see real quick, and I can tell you. Okay, it says marine and RV antifreeze. $3.98 a gallon, guys. You can't go wrong with that. And be able to tumble all winter long. I mean, really. That's just simple. Keeps your equipment from getting damaged. Keeps your rocks from becoming a real mess. If you haven't, guys, smash that like button. That helps the channel. And just to let you know, you share the video and that. Once we hit 200, I will be doing another giveaway. So, yeah. Every 100 that I go up in, I plan on doing a giveaway. Kyle actually won the last giveaway. Used to use winter car window cleaner. That's not a bad idea either. The RV antifreeze, I like using it. Number one, it's safe for animals, and as you guys know, I've got animals that I take care of, the goats, the horses, and that. So I want to make sure there's nothing that can harm them if somehow we have any kind of cross-contamination, or I don't know if you've ever raised goats, but if you have, they're the greatest escape artist in the world. I hear you, Willow Rocks. The RV antifreeze is non-toxic. Literally, you can pour it into an RV's water tank, and when you get ready to start the season, just empty the water tank, flush it once, and you're ready to go. I always put enough in there so that with the RVs around here that we have it through every valve, every hose, to keep from receiving any damage. So oh yeah, goats are not dumb. And I don't know if my goats are an exception, but they don't just eat anything either. They chew on a lot of stuff you don't want them to chew on. But like mine, if I take like potato peels and stuff like that and throw it out there, they won't touch it. Now if I throw carrots, peppers, anything like that out there, they munch them down in a heartbeat. Some reason they don't like, or at least mine don't like, potatoes, and they don't like fruit. So that's a big plus. But I guarantee you, if you have a weak spot in your fence, they will find it. They will exploit it. I've gone up there at times and all the goats were out and the gates were still closed. So I'd have to set up a camera out there and watch them the next day, because I'd let them in and feed them at night. And the next day I'd sit there and watch the camera and see where they found a way out. Goat is some very good meat. That's one of the reasons that we have them out here, because it's an alternate meat supply. But we also have a whole bunch of quail and dove that come out and steal food from the animals every single night when I feed. Those are also an alternate source of food if the time comes where we need it. Yeah, I currently don't have any cows. We did have one. We traded her for a butcher animal. Wasn't the best trade we ever made. We only ended up with about 600 pounds of meat. Part of me wishes we would have kept her, but right now, being we're 9 inches behind on rain, even the horses are having a hard time when they go out to our 30-acre pasture to find something to eat other than mesquite leaves. We're dry this year. Real dry. Probably out of the past 20 years, we're the driest that I've ever seen it out here. And I know the cows out here are not looking so good either. There's some cattle that are open ranged out here that are looking pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but I did a live one day out in the field like 2 months ago. And it was the first rain that we had that was of any substance for the year. And it flash flooded and uh, finally filled our stock pond, but just barely filled it. It did not overflow. Oh yeah, we've got fire bans out here and have had them up, I guess, for like the last 2 years. Um, but of course, I'm in far west Texas. So I'm in so far of West Texas that we're halfway through the state of New Mexico when you look at a map. So I am about 40 miles as a crow flies from El Paso. But I'm so far out in the desert that FedEx and UPS refuse to come out on our roads to deliver because the roads are too rough. Quote unquote dirt. So, one of our judges for the county one time said that we don't have roads out here, we have bad goat trails. So, that'd be fun. I haven't done any fishing now in a couple of years. And the only place I've been where I could fish was when I went over to Silver City, New Mexico on the Gila River. And I didn't because I didn't want to get an out-of-state fishing license for a few days. I'd actually have to go buy fishing gear now. I don't even have any more. I gave what I had away to shoot, I don't even remember who I gave it to. Now it's been so many years. I actually grew up out here in the desert. So to me, it's home. Most people would think I'm crazy. But yeah, I like it out here. I like it if we have a little more rain, though. Anyhow, I don't know if Kyle is going to do a live today or not. I missed most of his show last weekend. I did notice he was saying something about possibly having to go back to work. I don't know. I kind of checked in, liked his video, and then stayed away because I didn't have money to buy rocks. So I actually might need to do some lives of my own and sell some rocks, so I'll have some money to buy more rocks. 3-day tuna trip for $100, and they supply the gear. Ooh. And that was in Galveston, Willow? That sounds like fun. The only problem is there isn't any real places around Galveston to go rock hounding. So I really don't think I would go over that way. Huh. I hadn't heard about them doing that, but that's cool. Yeah, when I lived in Central Texas, I went fishing all the time, but left there, I knew there wasn't much water out here, so I mean, we've got a stock pond that holds maybe 1 million gallons, but it doesn't stay wet in there long enough to raise fish. Kyle starts in 10 minutes. Thank you, Ryan. So 12 o'clock his time, because we're an hour ahead of him. Now the Keys, that would be a fun place to go. You've got Wild Kyle and those guys that are down in that area. Hopefully, they're all doing fine, and they didn't have any issues with the hurricane. Yeah, those hurricanes have done a lot of damage this year. Unfortunately, the ones that cause our that normally give us our monsoon season just haven't developed this year. So we didn't have a monsoon season. We just had hot and dry, a cloudy day here and there, and a sprinkle. Yeah, after being in the military and being in the Navy, I would not want to live on a boat. That part of that chapters in my life are gone. Uh, First of all, I was in the Navy. For 10 years after I got out of the Navy, I worked on boats, pleasure craft, fishing boats, things like that, for people, taking care of the mechanics on them. And yeah, I can wholly testify that a fiberglass boat, definition, is a fiberglass hole in the water in which to throw your money. And if it's an aluminum boat, it's an aluminum hole in the water in which to throw your money. If it's a steel boat, it's a steel hole in the water to throw your money. Boats are expensive. Yeah, you're right there. I was never out of work. Um, did get a little slower in the middle of winter, but not that slow. We used to joke and say that summertime was uh, steak and baby back ribs on the barbecue, and during the wintertime it was beans and rice. But hey, I've had a couple of those boats, and you're right. It seems like they always leak, especially the old riveted ones. The last boat I owned was a 1974 runabout with a closed bow, and it was my service boat for when I worked on other people's boats. So if they had a problem or needed a tow, I could tow them. So yeah, boating can be a lot of fun. I would rather somebody else own the boat and maintain it. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up so I can grab a sandwich and refill my cup. Um, Join me over at Kyle's Live, and we'll see y'all there. Like I said, go up on Discord, sign up for our Mineral Rockmas. Join us for the Secret Santa program. Enjoy the rocks. I've enjoyed my time with y'all, chatting with y'all today. Y'all have yourselves a great day, and cheers.